We need to talk about what is happening with American men.
So I'm 28 years old and I have never had a boyfriend or...
Can we please normalize men coming up to women again?
Here's something that I don't see anyone talking about, and it's the female loneliness epidemic. Female loneliness epidemic. Female loneliness.
Modern women are more lonely than ever, despite having all the things they've fought for.
This video is specifically for women who are suffering from loneliness.
What's the point of being a man if you don't know how to fix this?
I think I'm really struggling with adult loneliness. I don't even know if that's a thing.
How to be single and how to not hate every minute of it. How to be...
Many claim to be happy single, but at the same time trying to find a husband. It's cope. Kindly subscribe to the channel as it further supports us in our work. Thank you.
I'm at the point in my life where I'd rather be lonely by myself than be lonely with the wrong person or group of people.
Getting married and having babies never crossed my mind. It was never a priority until all of my friends started doing it.
The only loneliness epidemic that exists is
being someone who's never dated or been in a relationship or been physically intimate can be a really lonely way to live.
I'm so tired of hearing about the male loneliness epidemic, so let's talk about the female loneliness epidemic, because we're experiencing one too.
So not one man ever looked at me and said, let me buy this Range Rover, an Escalade, or a Porsche?
No! Generation is full of masculine women because men aren't men anymore. Women are constantly in grind mode. Women are constantly doing everything on their own. Women cannot depend on men for anything. Her being in her masculine energy is a defense mechanism. Because if she doesn't do it, no one else is going to. And the last thing she wants is another man wasting her energy and taking more from her. Not every woman has to be put in this box of cook me dinner, make me babies, keep quiet. Some of us were born to run the world.
This generation isn't full of masculine women because men stopped being men. That's just the convenient excuse. The truth is, when men actually try to be men, protective, assertive, grounded in their masculine nature, they're instantly labeled as toxic. They're told they're controlling, outdated, or oppressive. But what they're really attacking isn't abuse or manipulation. It's masculinity itself. Masculinity today is under constant scrutiny. If a man leads, he's accused of trying to dominate. If he sets standards, he's called insecure. If he speaks with strength, he's told he's intimidating. Society has blurred the line so badly that many men now suppress their masculine traits just to avoid being shamed. But what are men supposed to be men for? For women who challenge everything they say just to prove a point? For women who are in constant competition, not just with men, but with the very idea of masculinity itself. It's nonsense.
Y'all, the dating scene, okay, in 2025, this, I don't want to do this. What? I think hookup culture has just fried everyone's fucking brains. Like, they don't know what a healthy relationship is supposed to look like. And also don't fucking want a relationship. Like, what the is up with situationships, y'all? I'm sorry. Not me. I'm a lover girl till I die. I just don't understand. Do we not want to be in long-term committed relationships anymore? Is commitment too hard? I hate it. Being single right now, kill myself.
Trips and dinners are not providing, and I don't consider them nothing from a man. I'm not really grateful for going for nice trips and dinners with men. I don't feel like they did something for me. He did it for himself. He wanted to go with a beautiful woman, so he went and he invited me. It's a gift for him that he can be in my presence. It's not a gift for me. What I value and appreciate in men when they are doing something for me that doesn't directly benefit them. Okay, it's nice to go on a nice trip and whatever, but truly when I consider him a provider, someone who adds value to my life, is when he's doing things for me that make my life easier, that help me, that make me glow, that make me happy, like a gift, taking care of my expenses, that kind of things. Men will take women for trips for themselves.
I did everything they said that was going to make me happy. I built a career. I got my own place. I went on solo trips like a pro, the best hotels, flying business, you name it, right? The works. And I stayed independent, but no one told me about how lonely I was going to be on those trips. Being successful looks really good on the outside, but, and I'm proud of everything that I did. Don't get me wrong. Like, alhamdulillah, I'm very proud of all of my accomplishments, but it was very lonely. I feel very lonely all the time. Success doesn't check in on you when you're spiraling at home, doesn't check in with you when you're having a bad day, doesn't check in with you when or just when you miss your family back home. Don't get me wrong, being strong got me very far in my career, and I'm very proud of everything that I've done, but I'm done pretending that I'm okay, because I'm not.
Number 1, congrats to her for snapping back to reality. That moment of clarity isn't easy to come by, especially in a world that constantly feeds you illusions. Second, this is just one of the many lies feminism sells to women. Chase your dreams, become independent, build your empire, but they never mention the quiet nights, the empty house, or the creeping loneliness that follows when the applause fades and no one is there to share it with you. They glorify the grind, the titles, the degrees, the high-rise apartments, but they never show the cost. Emotional detachment, missed chances at love, and the internal battle when you realize you've built a life alone. They tell women to be strong and never need anyone, yet forget to mention that true strength also lies in vulnerability, connection, and building something meaningful with someone else. A lot of women will have to face this one day, only to realize that they've been lied to all along.
Maybe the reason you can't find the love of your life is because you won't stop dating your type. You're standing in your own way.
I was hanging out with my friend yesterday and we were talking about dating, and she was telling me how she's so frustrated with dating and with men, and she's just so over it. And she's 27, she's gorgeous, and I'm not just saying that because she's my friend. She's just objectively beautiful. She's from Brazil, she's sweet, she works out a lot, she's super fit. She's just had so many disappointing experiences over the last couple years. She feels like guys just don't take her seriously for some reason. They think it's okay to just treat her casually, even though she tells them up front she only is interested in something serious. She's not interested in anything casual. And some guys are just actually dumb. They don't know how to behave. On some of the dates, she'll offer to pay or split something just to see how they react. Any gentleman is not going to accept that offer. He's not going to let the woman pay on at least the first handful of dates. And some of these guys will just let her pay. They'll just be like, yeah, go ahead. You can pay for that. Yeah, pay for that. I'm sorry. He was just in the mindset of I've just been so disappointed by so many of these guys. I just don't even want to try anymore.
Can we please normalize men coming up to women again? I'm so annoyed that the feminist movement and all these very entitled females now made it almost basically impossible for a man to never not seem creepy. And I'm just here, what the heck? If you don't come up to me, I think you're a weak man. And you may not be. You probably aren't, because it'd be impossible for every man to be a weak man, especially at the gym that I go to. But, damn. The feminists really, really ruined many things. Shame on you, feminists.
No, not risking jail just for a chance at paying a bill. Society has demonized masculinity. Men aren't bailing women out of this one. The girlies made this bed, and they're gonna have to lay in it. Adapt and overcome. Level up your approach. I don't understand all this feminism. Why aren't more women approaching men?
I have a question. Where are all the good men at?
Have you checked your friend zone?
And I am being so serious right now.
So am I.
I am being for real. I want to know where the good men are at.
Well, quite a lot of them are already in relationships. And if they're not, they're most likely just not interested in dating, because look at the dating pool right now. Can you tell me there's a lot to be interested in?
If you're someone who dates men and also hates men, I feel like those things are at conflict.
You think?
to heal from it. I want to move on. But I feel like where I'm lacking and where we are lacking societally is just having these positive examples of men being good, men being safe, men being trustworthy. So if you have examples of this, I want to know about it. Please share about it.
Maybe open your eyes and realize that good men are actually everywhere, and they far outnumber the bad men. I know that goes contrary to what a lot of individuals out there say, that it's all men, but good men are actually everywhere. If you get out of your echo chamber once in a while, you'd know that.
Men, if you're seeing this, please chime in, please pipe in. Like, are we safe with you? How can we feel safe with you? How can we stop carrying around this hate for men?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe the first step would be stop hating people for something about themselves that they can't control. That would probably be a good first step.
If you're walking around carrying resentment, bitterness and hate toward men, but then turning around and asking, where are the good men? Or, why can't I find a man? You're not really looking for love. You're looking for someone to fix wounds they didn't cause, and that's not fair. At that point, the better thing to do is to step back, go heal, and maybe even seek therapy. Because what you're projecting into the world is exactly what you're attracting back. A lot of modern women today are operating from a place of deep-rooted toxicity and unhealed trauma. They're emotionally wounded, guarded, and sometimes even combative, and they bring all that baggage into dating, expecting men to just accept it and deal with it. You can't demand love, commitment, and high-value treatment while simultaneously seeing men as the enemy. That contradiction is why many women are stuck. They're broken.
So give a woman a choice. Date a 20-year-old male virgin or a 40-year-old successful male lawyer who's bedded 100+ women. The lawyer wins every time.
For sure.
Give a man that exact choice with females in those exact positions.
The lawyer will lose.
Nobody cares that the 40-year-old is a successful lawyer.
Right.
So
guys would complain about being girlfriendless, but like walk in front of you. They haven't even looked back at us. It's okay, we have each other. Yeah.
If you're a man in your 30s and you're single and you live in New York or San Francisco, please stay. Everyone else can swipe up. Great, now that I have the attention of the people that I need, I have a question for you. So we are in our 30s. See, there's a group of us. We're all single. I would say all my friends are pretty much like 9 out of 10. Great in all sorts of ways. Hot, stunning, beautiful, great personality. And great jobs. But single as a Pringle. And a lot of us think that the men in New York are just exponentially better. But then on TikTok, it's like New York men are equally as bad as SF men. But here's the problem with men. They feel really one note. Everyone is a software engineer. Everyone's in tech. Everyone's like quite vanilla. They don't really have high or any EQ. And like the conversations just feel like I am going to pluck my eyeballs out. It's either like these men want to get married tomorrow or like don't know how to date. And it's just like, well, where's the normal people? The normal men. So I know I'm going to get a lot of hate in the comments, but I am curious. Are the men in New York better? Is this true? And if so, what are the pros and cons of dating in either of the cities? It's just been unsuccessful, for lack of better words. It's been a minus out here. And as someone who's lived in many cities, I lived in Boston, Chicago, Kansas City, LA, I feel like there should be like the biggest, highest percentage of success in SF. But it's been the opposite. So tell me more.
Well, it's great that those women are doing well in their fields, but men in their 30s are done dating for the most part. They've been through enough disappointments, games, and at this point, they're choosing peace over performance. What many women may not realize is that their expectations, however justified they feel, are actually part of what's keeping them single. Then there's the education gap. Most women with degrees don't want to date a man who doesn't have at least the same level of education, if not higher. And that's their choice. But they have to realize men aren't looking for resumes. Men aren't filtering women by degrees and job titles. They're looking for someone who brings peace, warmth, and respect into their life. So when a woman disqualifies a good man simply because he doesn't have a master's degree or earn six figures, she's not just filtering out the wrong guys. She might be filtering out the right one too.
If he does not want to pay for a date, then for him, you're not worth courting. Let me tell you, ladies, because men, for their dream woman, for the woman that they really want, they will pay for everything. They will offer her the world. That's what they want. They want to make you happy. They want to provide. That's their provider essence. If he wants to pay 50-50, if he does not want to do this, that means that he does not value you. And why would you want a man like this? No, just don't accept it. You say, our values don't align. Bye. Like, that's it. You don't need to elaborate on this. You don't need to convince him. You can just say, okay, I respect your choice and I respect that we have different values and different ideas, but this is not what I'm looking for. So I'm just gonna go.
I'm curious. Are there still men out there in their 30s, 40s who are looking for love, even if for the first time? You know, or women in their mid 30s, have you guys had luck finding, you know, love and happiness and being able to start a family after your mid 30s? I'm coming up on 36 and really losing hope that my dream of having a happy family is ever going to come true. Let me know.
I speak for all men in their 30s and 40s. Nope. Hope this helps. It's a nice thought, but the cost associated is too high by orders of magnitude, 41. And I've had to learn to accept the idea that I may never have a real partner. I stopped looking in my mid-20s, but held out hope still. When I hit 35 about a decade ago, I officially gave up. There are definitely still some men out there in their 30s and 40s who are genuinely looking for love. But let's be honest, it's not the majority. Many of these men have learned, often the hard way, that dating in today's world feels more like a liability than a benefit. They've seen the games, the flakiness, the entitlement, and the emotional toll it takes. And they've decided it's not worth the effort anymore. Meanwhile, a lot of women in their mid-30s are struggling to date, not because there are no good men left, but because they waited too long to start taking life seriously. Their words might say they want marriage and children, but their past choices, avoiding commitment, chasing status, or treating relationships casually, often don't reflect those goals. As a result, there's a growing number of women in the dating pool who are struggling to find a husband.
Another thing I've noticed by being here in America with dating is that you guys just don't like each other. Like, men say they would rather date internationally, and women say they just not impressed with the guys here. I've spoken with both, and you just guys don't like each other. And I think that's a massive problem. If you don't like the people in your own culture and in your own country, well, like, I don't understand why you guys are so nice here. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But again, like, the standards are blurred. But, yeah, you guys just don't like each other. Maybe you should work on that and start liking your own nation and, like, your own people, you know, kind of make it work.
What's it called when someone constantly complains to you about stuff and you give them solutions, but they never want to take your solutions or fix it?
Being a woman. It's called being a woman. Oh, I'm sure that's not the answer that you wanted to hear, but the fact it made you upset, ladies, is the very proof that it's correct.
Some of the most beautiful, well-rounded women are the most single because it is really hard to find a equivalent high-value man that matches them on every level, that they also have a really real, genuine connection with. High-value women never have a roster, never had a roster. You don't give out your time and energy, like, for nothing. Women that respect themselves and are confident in what they have to offer in a relationship are quick to cut a guy off if he shows any signs of disrespect. Like, it's cut.
It's hard to find those kinds of men for those kinds of women because their standards aren't rooted in connection or character. They're rooted in income brackets. They want someone who makes as much as them or more, not because of compatibility, but because they see relationships as a transaction, not a bond. When a woman bases your worth solely on how much money you make, she's not looking for a partner. She's looking for a lifestyle upgrade. And that's not really a woman you want to build a future with anyway. These so-called high-value women today aren't truly high value. They're high value in title, in appearance, in status, but not in spirit. They carry designer bags, quote, empowerment slogans, and flex their degrees. But many lack the core qualities that truly make someone valuable. A woman with character, integrity, and a soft heart is rare in a world where many are chasing attention over authenticity, validation over values.
I'm 25 and I've never had a boyfriend, and I don't think anyone has ever been romantically interested in me. And it's great seeing, like, on TikTok or Instagram, all these people that are so loved up and all these couple posts, and I'm like, yay, I'm so happy for you, like, that's so sweet, but then also so sad because I've never had that. And as much as I want that, sometimes I feel like, when is it ever going to happen for me? And same with, I see friends and they tell me about their relationships and how they're progressing, or they're getting engaged and getting married and buying a house and starting a family. And I am genuinely happy for them, but also so sad at the same time that, and almost, I don't want to say jealous, but almost jealous that I don't have that. And I don't know when I'm going to find that or how long it will be. So if there's anyone else out there on TikTok, which I'm sure there is, you're not alone.
I understand that some women have never been in a serious relationship, and when they see their friends getting married or starting families, it stings. They feel left behind. But the reality is, in many cases, it's their own fault. Some women choose to sit in the same place, same routines, same circles, same mindset, and expect a man to magically show up at their doorstep. They wait passively, thinking just being a good woman is enough. But relationships, like anything in life, require intentional effort. You don't get a job by waiting at home. You go out, you apply, you show interest. The same goes for love. Many women were taught to believe that the right man will find you. But what they weren't told is that if you're not visible, approachable, or even open to being pursued, no one can find you. You can't hide behind your career, your phone, or your pride, and still expect a man to come chase you. That's not how things work anymore, especially in a dating world where options are wide and attention spans are short.
Well, every woman in Toronto is like, I cannot manage to date here. And then you find like one woman who actually like, has like a nice boyfriend and a successful relationship, and then we're all foaming at the mouth like, how did you find him? And then she says something dumb like run club, and you're just like, queen, running. In this economy, I'm spending all my cardio running for my credit card bill. Okay, I don't have time for that. Or she says something even more stupid like a dating app, and you're just like, oh really, a dating app? I haven't tried that for the last 5 years. Why didn't I think of that? I was at a friend's bridal shower this past weekend, and the mom of the groom was trying to set me up with one of the groom's friends, and I was like, no, I already dated one of the groom's friends once, and he cheated on me, so that's no more of those, please, thank you. It's sad to me because I feel like as the only single woman in that situation, like everyone's looking at me like, oh my god, that poor thing, like I need to set her up with someone, and I'm like, I'm fine. I'm actually so fine. Okay, first of all, you have no idea what's happening in my romantic life right now. Don't assume anything, all right? Second of all, I've done a lot of cool shit in my life that have nothing to do with romance, and everyone's just like, no, she needs a man. And I do. So anyways, this is my formal inquiry. Thank you so much.
Ladies, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if I'm the only one that thinks like this, but tell me if I'm wrong. Automatically, when there's something going on wrong with the house, I gotta fix something, or with my car, I just call up a guy and I'm like, hey, I need help with this. Because you're a guy, you're a man, right? So automatically it registers into my head that every man knows how to fix stuff, but they don't. And it's like,
what's the point of being a man if you don't know how to fix this? Like something with my dryer or my dishwasher or my AC or a tire. Because if you call me up and say, hey, how do I fix my daughter's hair? Hey, what's the best perfume for this? Or hey, anything girly, I'm going to help you out. I'm going to answer you. But if you can't fix something, it's like, what's the point of being a man? Maybe it's just me. Correct me if I'm wrong.
This woman is basically saying that men are useless if they can't fix things around the house, as if a man's entire value boils down to whether or not he can be her personal handyman. That mindset is incredibly disrespectful and short-sighted. It reduces men to tools, not partners. Imagine if men judged a woman's worth solely on whether she could cook or clean. That would be called sexist, right? But when it's reversed, when a man is expected to be a mechanic, plumber, electrician and wallet, all rolled into one, it somehow gets a pass. The irony is, many of these same women will turn around and say, I don't need a man until something breaks, or they need help, or the rent is due. Suddenly, independence becomes conditional. And instead of seeking a relationship based on mutual respect and shared values, they're looking for someone to do tasks for them, a walking utility belt, not a human being.
You're so sweet. It's crazy because like right after we matched, I got kicked out of my house. And do you live alone?
I don't want to answer that.
Really? Okay. We don't have to. It's just, you know, if you're ever looking for a roommate, you know where to find me, but I can't pay, so it's fine. But
that's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. So what was your name? Mike. Cool.
Okay.
I'm so tired of hearing about the male loneliness epidemic, so let's talk about the female loneliness epidemic, because we're experiencing one too. The one where men treat you like you're some fantasy object, and the moment they realize you're an actual human being with thoughts, feelings, and emotions, they're gone. Or when they want you for your body, but never have any intention of actually getting to know it or respecting it. Or when they want you for your emotional intelligence, even though they have no intention of ever reciprocating it. Or when they want you for what you can do for them, but they don't want you for who you are. That's loneliness. Crying yourself to sleep every night next to a partner who claims to love you even though his actions never follow his words, that's loneliness.
I used to believe women were beautiful, but not anymore. Because I'm here on social media. I see what's happening on the streets. I see what's happening to men when they try to be chivalrous and kind. Sometimes it's appreciated, oftentimes it's not. So a man has to ask himself in that moment, which risk does he want to take? Will this be a good outcome? Or will this be a negative outcome? A man doesn't know, so he backs away. You can't blame them for that. Now, see, something I tend to do a lot. I tend to imagine, what if I was a man? What would I be doing today? Would I help women? Truthfully, when I think about it, no, absolutely not. Even if my instinct as a man is leaning toward chivalry, I'm not going to help. There's a number of reasons for that. A lot of times, when men are doing nothing wrong, people are filming things with duplicitous intent. You don't know when you're going to be the next viral sensation. You don't know when you're the next guy getting your life ruined. Why would any man in his right mind help a modern woman? They're strong, they're aggressive, they call themselves equal, they say they can do anything that a man can do. Why do you need a man's help? Just do it. Get your girls. Women want men to be old-fashioned, but women don't want to be old-fashioned. They just want the best parts of what men can offer without giving the best parts of themselves. Do you realize you do need help with things, don't you? You do want them to do things, don't you? Why are they not doing it? Is it because maybe you're not doing something? Or it could be because you are doing something. You're doing too much. You're going against the very thing that you actually want. Women today primarily offer men frustration and even agony. So instead of coming online and giving a whole lecture on what men need to be doing, maybe you should go online and talk to women about what we should be doing. The issue with women is they refuse to look at themselves ever. They see men changing toward us without realizing that we're causing the change that we're complaining about. And even as a woman myself, it does impact me. Men are not as chivalrous to me anymore. But the thing is, men don't know the difference. They don't know which woman is safe and which woman is not. We're not walking around with t-shirts that say, hey, I'm safe, I'm old school. Men don't know the difference, so they have to beware of all of us. They have to treat all of us as if we're raging radical feminists. So any complaints that you have, take it up with the girlies.
If even a woman understands why women killed chivalry and why men aren't doing it anymore, then you know the shift is real. It's not just men noticing it. It's women starting to wake up to the consequences of the very attitudes they were encouraged to adopt. Chivalry didn't die because men got lazy. It died because over time, men realized that their gestures of kindness, protection, and honor were no longer appreciated. They were mocked, labeled as simp behavior, or met with indifference. Why would a man go out of his way to be chivalrous when it's no longer reciprocated with gratitude, but instead with entitlement or eye rolls? Why would he sacrifice, protect, or provide when he's treated like he's replaceable or told that I don't need a man? When chivalry becomes a one-sided performance with no appreciation, it's no longer sustainable. And the truth is, men want to be chivalrous. Masculine men desire to protect, lead, and provide, but only for women who value and respect it.
I'm at the point in my life where I'd rather be lonely by myself than be lonely with the wrong person or group of people. Being single for 2+ years, plus all my friends living far away, has really taught me that everything I thought I needed someone to do something with, I can literally just do by myself.
Listen, I date men that are worth over $50 million, which means that if you think asking for a black car being sent to you by just a regular person is like not achievable, you need to raise your standards. I ask them sometimes on the first date, but definitely by the second date, to give me a gift. Now, I'm not going to tell them what to gift me because I want to see how generous they are, but they are not allowed to get me flowers because I already get myself flowers every week. Like, I don't need flowers, please. And I have a cat. You're going to fucking kill her. I have like literally standards and like ways that I conduct myself. So if you, as a man who is worth $50 million, generating millions of dollars, a lot of them are worth hundreds of millions of dollars because of their businesses. And they can't do small stuff like that. They can't put a date together, something nice, something generous, like a good conversation, like talk to me about what it is that you are going to do for me, how you're going to woo me, like talk about future plans, get to know me as a person. Like, no. Also, there's like no opening my legs. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. It's not on the table. It will never be. And I get everything that I want. They give me everything that I want and beyond. Because at the end of the day, a guy who has a CEO mindset, who is telling the entire world what to do every day, wants to be told what to do. You gotta whip him into shape. Whip him. I'm not here to conform to him. I am not here to please him. He is there to please me. He is there to serve me. He is there to give me. Again, this is a very high, powerful, net worth individual. So, not your average person who's making like less than 150K. And even like between 150 to like 400, it's a similar mindset because they got bills and savings and all of that. Like, you gotta go for the millions, honey. You gotta go for the millions. And never ever sleep with them because what if the next guy's richer that they introduce you to? And like nicer and kinder and more generous and more fun. Keep your options open.
75 million here. Trust me, you're not dating a man of such financial means. If so, you wouldn't be on those sites bragging. You're definitely not a Becca Bloom or other elegant and educated women on here. I'd definitely be embarrassed to be seen with you at my clubs. You don't fit in.
Ouch!
This has got to be rage bait. This woman claims she only dates high net worth men who make over $50 million, expects to get everything she wants, and absolutely refuses to put out. That's textbook delusion. She's essentially saying, give me the lifestyle of your dreams, but don't expect anything in return. What reality is she living in? Because no high-value man is handing over access to his wealth, resources and time for a woman who acts entitled and gives him nothing back. Not even intimacy, not even peace. What these delusional mindsets forget is that men at that level have unlimited options. They're not going to tolerate disrespect, attitude, or someone who thinks her mere presence is enough to secure a multi-million-dollar lifestyle. These men didn't build empires by making dumb investments, and that includes women who bring zero value but expect to reap all the rewards. It's one thing to have standards, but it's another to have entitlement without self-awareness.
Ladies, the more money you start to make, the harder it's going to be for you to find a partner because we as women like to date up. Usually we want someone who makes the same amount of money as us or more, whereas men usually date down. They are not hypergamous like we are. So a guy who's making the same amount of cash as you or more will usually have no issue dating a Starbucks barista if she's super cute and makes him feel like the biggest man on campus. You probably are not going to date a Starbucks barista, let's be real. So this can mean that your dating pool is smaller. Also, you're competing with women who are probably younger than you because to get to the point you've gotten to financially takes time. And they're more malleable, easily impressed, they're more in their feminine energy, maybe they're pretty. So you have a lot more competition as well.
This is actually true. When women start making good money, they rarely, if ever, look for men who make less than them. In fact, many of them expect a man to make just as much or more. But here's the thing. They want equality when it benefits them, yet still cling to traditional expectations when it comes to what a man should provide. What separates these women from more traditionally feminine women isn't just their income, it's their energy. Many of them operate with a hyper-masculine mindset. They're aggressive, controlling, competitive, and often dismissive. Being around them doesn't feel like you're with a nurturing partner. It feels like you're in a power struggle with another man. That's not attractive to most men, especially masculine men who are looking for peace, softness, and feminine support, not combativeness. And when these women struggle to date, their go-to excuse is always the same. Men are intimidated by my success. But no, men aren't intimidated. They're simply not attracted to women who make everything about dominance, control, and ego.
Let's have a big sister talk and normalize being single in your 20s. First of all, stop being a saddie and start being a baddie, okay? You will be fine. It is okay. Think about it this way. You will never be this hot, this young, this single, and this free, okay? Be single in your 20s. It's okay. F what everyone else says. You learn so much about yourself. There's so much personal growth that comes with healing after a relationship and being single. You're so free. You can literally do whatever you want without consulting another person. Live your best life and what everyone else says. I've been single for 2 years and honestly I've learned so much about myself. I've been able to travel and go as I please and I wouldn't have been able to done that had I not been single. Let's normalize it, let's romanticize it because the truth is you will never live this life ever again. So the best time is in your 20s, you know, live it up girl or boy.
This is horrible advice and it's been repeated endlessly. Like some broken record playing the same tune to every woman in her 20s. You're free, live your best life, do what you want. But that's misleading at best, dangerous at worst. Because if these women actually hope to have a family someday, they should be prioritizing finding a man now, not spending years chasing adventures, traveling the world, or juggling multiple men like it's some sort of status symbol. The clock isn't paused just because they feel young and free. Biology doesn't wait for perfect timing or personal milestones. And the longer they delay serious relationships in favor of endless freedom, the harder it becomes to build the family they claim to want. Traveling, partying, and experiencing life can be fun, but they often come with hidden costs, emotional burnout, confusion about what they really want, and a shrinking pool of genuinely available men when they finally decide to settle down.